Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pure Angels playthrough. We got our city blocks finally kind of ironed out. This is our city block build, and it has room for 2 outputs, as many inputs as you want, well, within reason. Um, and we have a stacker here for trains. We can fill all of this with buildings, even kind of out here if we need to. It's all powered up, so that's all great. We got our gravel issue from the end of the last episode sorted out. I needed to add yet another chest. This one can hold 1,300 stacks. And I even upgraded this one to a red belt because it's more than one full yellow belt's worth of stone coming in. And so we are getting, well, a lot of gravel. Let's just look. Gravel. Am I spelling that wrong? Crushed stone. It's not gravel. Crushed stone, we are... Oh my gosh. I think we were stuck for a while or something. Yeah, we're making 50 per second. Is that what that means? 3,000 a minute? 3,000 divided by 60? 60 times 50? 3,000? Yeah. Yep, 50 a second. Holy cow. Oh yeah, Acronymus, I've had that happen too. Honestly, I don't worry. I see a lot of people, like, you know, I don't know, it's just a common almost meme in Factorio to worry about, like, the abandoned underground pipe or underground thing. I never really care because I just always end up eventually going back to a chest and filling back up to 50. So it just, I don't know, it's never really bothered me too much to have abandoned undergrounds. But I understand why it does bother some people, for sure. It makes sense. Okay, so I have 2 locomotives I'm never going to want, so we're going to get rid of those in a chest here, because now we have crawler locomotives! Whoop whoop! And crawler cargo wagons. So we'll have at least 2 trains set up initially, and we can get more as we go, but 2 trains can handle quite a lot of throughput. So we're going to get rid of this guy and throw in our crawler trains. And I am going to need fuel over here. So we'll set that up in a second. And then I can start getting things going. So where did they go? They're down here. Oh, these look so cool. They're chonky boys. Look at that. I believe that way is forwards. And then the crawler wagons. Oh, yeah. That's sweet looking. That's super sweet. So fuel, they still have 3 slots. That's all normal. Go to the solids depot. Ta-da! I almost had a moment of panic. Well, I did have a moment of panic, but it was resolved when I wondered, are these the same length? Because if these train cars were not the same length, I think I would have had a complete mental breakdown after building all of it for the normal size trains. But we're okay. We're okay. Solids Depot, automatic. Yeah, Archcraft. Gravel, there are some mod packs that call it gravel, so I don't really have a great reason. The other interesting thing is these can do 120 total. So the only change I might want to make, because these combinators are set for 80 stacks. So here's the trade-off. If I increase the stacks rather than 80, if I go to 120, then that means we essentially will only be able to request up to 4 items, and I would need to add a couple more chests, actually, to the ends here, and then we could request 4 items per requester, rather than, like, the 5 or 6 that I could do now. I don't know. Hey, Picky, thanks for being here. Have a good one. Yeah, I am just a derp. It's true. I don't know why I switched to calling it gravel. It looks like gravel, to be fair. So what do we do? Because if we switch to stacks of 120 by default, we will have less train traffic and better train throughput per train. But I will potentially be able to request less items. Trade-offs, trade-offs, trade-offs. You know what I'll do? I will do default 120. Which annoyingly means I am going to have to make this blueprint one more time. But if we default to 120, I can always change it to be a smaller threshold for requesting, and then a smaller total for stations that need more than 4 items. So I am going to have to extend this slightly, which is kind of annoying, but it should be okay. So we'll extend that slightly. So now it's 540, which will be 4.5. So that's perfect. It needs to be a little bit more than 4 sets of 120, because when I request items, I want to request, like if I was going to request copper, for example, I would want to do like 130 stacks, so that in the time when the request is made, there's still 10 more stacks of items essentially there. And in this case, we would have an extra 60 stacks, which means each one could go 12 over. So I could request 132 stacks of something, and that's an insane amount. So we're going to be dealing in large amounts of items for a while. But that means we need to change this to 120 by default, so we have full trains. 120 by default on that, and 120 by default on that. And we'll just change those thresholds for any buildings where it doesn't, or any items where we really don't want to be doing 120 stacks. For example, like green circuits. We're not going to be doing 120 stacks for a while. Now I need to fix my stations. Did we change everything we needed to change? I think so. Yeah. Oh, this is not hooked up. Glad I checked. Glad I checked. Okay. So this is now the new station build, starting from... That's just the normal signal, right? Yeah, so we don't need that one in there. Going to those, coming back to the left until we've got just that. Perfect. Okay. Remove that, and the radar. Check. Save. All right. So, what do we want to put in our first block? That's the question. I also may want to move this depot closer. This depot's pretty far away, which is just going to increase the lag time, but I don't have to worry about that yet. First, let me get a belt of coal coming over here so I can fuel the trains without worrying about that. There's coal down here, so this is not a very difficult task. And then we'll have to decide how we're going to start on our journey of training things all over the place. So coal comes up. Hey, thanks for the follow, Games8 Gaming. Alright, so that should do fueling. Perfection. And this is again set up for the eventuality that I get extra items in my trains for some reason. That way we don't have... Because that can completely ruin everything. If a train comes back to the depot with items in it, ooh, it's bad. It's bad. I've had it happen. And then they go to other places and unload those items where they're not supposed to be. It's a mess. Yeah, paper's not a bad idea. I think I'm actually going to do plates first, because we are approaching... We need to do a couple more researches here, but the catalyst, the mineral catalysts, and being able to create advanced ore refining where we can just create the ore that we want directly. So I am going to work towards this, at least research-wise. And the only difference that I'm going to need to think about is, can I build these buildings? And we're not. We need E2s and we need P2s. I have C2s. And I'm shorthanding everything there. Production, electronics, and construction. So let's just glance again. What do I need for electronics blocks 2? We need the batteries. Okay, so we're a long ways away from that. Never mind. That does suck. And then production block 2s require motor 2s. Okay, so basically everything I've already panicked about, we still have to do all of that to even be able to do the mineral catalyst sorting stuff. Okay, we are a long, long, long ways away from all that. Oh boy. So then, I guess batteries. Did we hit an issue with batteries? Or were we okay? I think we were okay, right? Did we have any issue with battery? I think we were okay with batteries. We just didn't finish it. I think we were thinking about lead as an issue. But yeah, I think I'm good to make batteries. So, how to start this though? Gosh. I think I will move the paper block into city block. It does require gravel in... Oh, you know, someone on the YouTubes was also mentioning, can I make carbon dioxide out of the cellulose that's already here? And the answer is yeah. Well, I haven't researched it yet. But once I have, I can turn cellulose into wood pellets and then wood pellets into carbon dioxide. So I don't have to bring in coal from the outside for this. And then crushed stone. Can I make that from nothing? Is that possible? Yes, I can. I can make slag from nothing by electrolyzing water. And so... is it surplus? That's a good question. Let's just check on that real quick. If we were doing green algae using the other carbon dioxide recipe, how much algae are we wasting, essentially, to do that? The answer is significant, actually. Like a solid 20% of our cellulose fiber will have to loop back in to making carbon dioxide. So maybe I don't do that. However, that's not insane. And yeah, just to check, like on that slag concept, how bad would that be for power here? Oh, 6 electrolyzers, really? That's more than I was thinking it would be. Yeah, that's not amazing. That's not amazing. So maybe I'll just bring in crushed stone. Okay. And I'll just bring in coal. I think that's the better route. Is there another carbon dioxide output that I'm not seeing? I mean, there's a couple byproduct carbon dioxides, but also monoxide and steam, but monoxide's the harder one to get if I'm remembering correctly. So it does look like just coal is the easiest. And that's easy, it's just an ore, so we'll just bring in coal and crushed stone. And that's the easiest way to go about this. Okay. So yeah, I think ores and paper are some of the first things I need. So let's get rid of all this. Unfortunately, my inventory is going to have a heyday. Yeesh, that's going to be scary. We're definitely going to need a dump chest or two in this process. Yep, let's actually just go ahead and get rid of everything for a second. Woo, this is a lot. Well, I want to be able to paste this. This is what I'm going to paste into the city block. So I wanted to cut it. Though I do use cut as deconstruct. It's just so much easier to do Control X than Alt D as far as like finger movements, because Control I hit with my pinky and Alt I hit with my thumb. And so having to move, like the pinky is the one that's not getting used for WASD. So there is a legitimate reason why I use cut instead of Alt D. I could just change it to like control something else to deconstruct, but okay. So this is all deconstructed, and we got lots of hello? Okay, there we go. Lots of extra bonus goodies here, I guess. And then let's think about how we do this. So first, let's just get rid of all our stuff. So I want to keep, well, I want to keep all that, most of it. We do want to get rid of the algae and all that garbage. We can bury that over later. Probably some yellow belts. And some wood. Some random things. I'll have to come back for this later. Okay. Oh, I guess I can get rid of those. I have the medium poles now. Okay, so step one is... Yeah, we're gonna have to redesign this. It's just... I can't just easily paste like 3 of these. So we'll have to be a bit more space conscious here. Let's see. I need lots and lots and lots of paper. So we will make the paper block. Paper. I think I'll start with 60. 80 assemblers. Okay. We'll see if we have room for this. We shall see if we have room for this. Brown algae from saline, and then saline's pretty simple. Alright. 30 megawatts for that. And a whole lot of buildings I probably don't have. But we can at least get started on it. Yeah, Agronomist, that's kind of my idea too. These are big enough that I can do a RoboPorts inside for logistics within. And that's nice. Archcraft, I did use that mod. It's called Logistic Network Channels, I believe, is the name, and it is pretty handy. Pretty dang handy. Alright, let's give a little bit of space here, but we're going to do red belts for sure. So we're going to have 1 red belt of input and 2 red belts of output. So that seems to suggest we do something like this. And I should have enough iron. I can just transition over to red belts entirely at this point. Now that it's built up. That will use a bunch if I'm doing undergrounds. This is kind of wasteful on the undergrounds perspective. But then I can do something like this. And that. Now 80 is going to take up a lot of space. And let's see, can I manage this? No. I wish I could manage that with just 1 power pole. So 80, this is 8. I'm going to need 10 of these. Yeesh. Maybe I have those go the other way. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit this in here. I may need to make paper in one block. Oh, but I don't want to move algae. I'd rather make 2 blocks for less paper than, whatchamacallit. 2 blocks for less paper rather than 1 block for algae and 1 block for paper. So that's 40 right there. I need 2 of those. Holy cannoli. We can actually use the same belt for that one, which is convenient. So that's check. And then we need 50. Oh my gosh. And 28. We might be able to fit this. There's a lot of space here. We will try. So let's get the algae stuff going. Archcraft, we're doing 60 per second. 60 per minute would be pretty easy. Okay, and I can do the water processing like out in these areas because it's less, so that's an idea as well. As far as the final stuff, we just need alginic acid and cellulose pulp. This is the 80, right? Yeah, that's 80. And so then we need 8. So I could do something like this just to keep it in line. But it's probably better to just have a line of 8. Have the inputs like come up from the left. I need 1 space at least from the trains. So we'll just do that. And then the alginic will go halvesies. So these 2 will go onto here. And it doesn't really matter the side of the belt because it's a total of 30. And since I'm using red belts, each one of these will only need 15. So it could all be on the same side of the belt and it would work fine. So we've got that. And then we need inputs for everyone. Unfortunately, we actually are going to need 2 belts here. 1 for alginic, 1 for the cellulose fiber. So that's a thing. Power poles. I can just do 1 per set of 4 because they do overlap nicely. Okay. So that's done. Now I need 50 processing brown algae. 50. 50 is a weird number. Could be... And it's slightly more than 1 red belt of brown algae, which is also annoying. So... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many fit here? Could do... What is that? 7. 8. The annoying thing about 8 is 8 times 6 is still only 48. Hey, Zestriddle. I totally don't get the joke, but thanks for being here. Welcome. 10. I could do 5 of these. Jeez. But at that point, I want to just do 25 and make it 4. I could do the same thing like that, where that's the algae. The outputs go towards... No, the outputs should go towards the inside. I don't know why I didn't do that with paper. I feel stupid now. So that'll be the input. This will be the output. And I want to say with Bob's Adjustables we can make this work, but let's test it. Oh gosh. Well, I can't really test it without inserters, so we'll go get more inserters first. And we'll see. Thanks, Zestriddle. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Sometimes I read things and forgot that I read them. Well, I hope you're having a good day too, but I think I already said that. But yeah, what's the goal of the run? I mean, launching a rocket is the theoretical goal, but I am doubtful I'll get that far, as Archcraft said, because of the Pionodon's release. But you never know. That is probably going to take a long time, so here we are. Where am I going? We're going here. Inserters are... I did automate them, right? Yes. We'll grab that. I will get rid of my belts here. I need more power poles. Perfect. Plenty of those have built up. Signals I'm good on for now. Rails, I actually am going to get rid of a few so I can have some more space for other stuff. Bingo, bango. Okay, we've got the red splitters. We've got a lot of red undergrounds and quite a few red belts. That looks good. And then we grabbed inserters. I will always need more assemblers. So I'm going to get those going so I can get some more blocks. And then I'm going to need a lot of algae farms that I should probably consider about. Hey, Rudes, welcome on in. Hey, the fettuccine is over here. The city blocks are over here. Don't worry. It's, you know, you got to bootstrap your way to non-fettuccine. Crap. My inventory is already full. I need to get rid of a couple stacks of something. Let's get rid of a few red belts. And a single small electric pole. And some other random stuff I need to dump. I have no need for tin and lead. I have no need for this many stacks of stone brick right now. These deconstruction planners I don't need. There's a Hellmod Smart Tool I don't need. Don't need that one anymore. Don't need a single lamp. Okay, that's a lot cleaner. And a filter mini loader. I will need that. I should hold on to that. No good city is built without pasta. Couldn't agree more. Okay. Blocks, blocks, blocks. It may be time to increase the block stack size to 1,000. That is the default. I reduced it for the sake of the early game not being totally ridiculous with how much time it took to get one stack. But at this point, I may prefer that. Wow. These red ones need a lot of construction blocks. Total of 44. I should let that go to 2 stacks. Same with fluid. Okay, I have 28. How many did I need? A lot more than that. 47. Alright. Yeah, we'll just have to come back for more. Red belts are a trap? In what way? Red belts are great. I do not agree with that sentiment. They're not all that expensive. I mean, they're a decent amount of iron, but... no, FPS is great. 60. And according to OBS, everything is, Oh, no. Wait, we are dropping frames. Shoot. So the FPS is fine, but the frame rate is not. Or, I mean, the upload rate is not. Whoops. Hopefully that stops. I'll keep monitoring that. This is really frustrating when it happens. I don't know why it happens, but it does. It's definitely not fine. We're dropping 40% because of internet upload right now. So I may have to pause. Shoot. Comcast. I hate Comcast. We're dropping 60% frames right now. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes. And if it's not fixed itself by then, we're gonna have to like restart the router. And then sometimes that for some reason takes another like half hour to get back to normal. So for those of you on YouTube, it won't affect you at all. But the Twitch people will be sad because I'll have to take a break. So I'll give it 1 more minute. And we can actually work on this and see if this works. Okay, so in, out, out. Out, out. In, power pole. Yeah, that works. So then we need... That'll make... Well, hold on. That is 20. We need 50. So to make 50, we need a whole nother batch of 4. And then annoyingly 1 more on the end. Maybe I'll put it at the top. So... Alright, well I'm still dropping frames, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to take a quick break. Dang. Okay. Well, sorry for that, everybody. I will be back. I'm going to pause the recording, and then I'm gonna hopefully fix my internet issues by restarting the router, but sometimes I don't get the upload rate back after I restart it for like half an hour. So for everyone in YouTube, I'll see you in a second. And we're back. Sorry about that weird momentary break, YouTube, but things have to happen. It was pointed out that there's some weird shadows here. I think it is, yeah, it is the inserters. You can see the shadow disappears without the inserter. So, there's your answer. That needs to be a long inserter, though. Okay, so we were in the process of getting all of our, whatever these are called, alginic acid doodads. Train out of fuel. What? Oh, the Dukes train! We need to go, wait, this isn't running? Interesting. Oh, we're doing that thing again where all of our copper... You know what I should probably do? Is I should split my copper in half so that at least half of it can go to green circuits rather than the amount that's going to gray and red. So I probably need to do that. Otherwise, we're just gonna not have any green circuits at all. So that's not what we want. But let me work on this for another moment, and then we'll go fix that. So we've got 50 here, right? Yes, that is the 50. Not bad, not bad. We're gonna need 24 for cellulose, and that's the one that goes on the belt with alginic to go to here. But cellulose is its own belt. So what I might do is cellulose up here, like that. And then alginic is going to be, let's see, this one. Yes. This is a little bothersome, but we'll figure this out. This can go left, up. Yeah, this will work. If I do it right. Oh, wait. Sorry, side of the belt doesn't matter. We have a total of 7.5 here. So this can be algenic. So that, wrong direction though. Okay, so that'll be the algenic, this will be the cellulose, and for cellulose I need only 24, and an input of 60. Now that's a little different. The input of 60 means we're gonna need 2 full input belts. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, but then I will, oh shoot, I also haven't dealt with those final algenic buildings, but I think with the power of whatchamacallit, that's the official term by the way, I think I will be able to, Bob's adjustable inserters is the word I'm looking for. I think I'll be able to make that work. So then these will be for the cellulose. And then that is exactly 30 cellulose out. So that works perfectly. So yeah, for this one, we're gonna need like an input from there and then an output. And again, we have a total of 7.5, so no issues with throughput here. And that'll be the input, and this will be the output, or even like that. So that'll work fine. We are gonna need to power these up, so use undergrounds for the middle row here. And I think that will get it taken care of. Okay. I think we might be able to do this. We only need a few of these things which can go in the outskirts, and then we need like our, 50 algae farms. So let's go grab a bunch more assembling machines, which I think I might go automate. Now that I'm doing city block stuff, I'm gonna need tons of these at a time. So Bob's adjustable inserters. Definitely one word. It's one noun at least. It may not be one word, but it represents one thing. So it's close enough. Train-wise, I don't really need any more right now. Let's see, what else do we need to resubscribe to up here? We've probably got a decent amount of nanobots, red belts, grab some more of, just kind of make sure we've got enough. We'll go for 800 right now. Was there something over here I needed? No, those are the power poles. Yeah, so for assemblers, it's a little tricky. I'm gonna need these guys to be on a belt. So I might do assemblers even... Uh-oh, I just removed something from my hotbar on accident. So we need to grab some more blocks again. Oops. And there we go. Okay. Make some more old assemblers. Now, these are just blocks that we need, thankfully. So we need construction block 1, E0. Those are both right here. And mechanical block, which is up there. And then this one needs C block 2, which is up there. Fluid box. Mechanical again. Yep. And then E block. Enhancement block. So I actually think, strangely enough, we're not going to need to do anything too crazy here. Oh, that is one space too far, however. Do E2s go into the... No, so E2s can just kind of get lost for a second. And then we can have a little extra chunk here. Does this one need none of these? Okay. But then it needs the assembly machine ones, and then we need the enhancement blocks. And let me check. Do these go into other things? They don't. So what I can do is actually kind of empty this out. I'm going to put a restriction on this. And eventually I can just remove it, but this is the simplest way to get it going. So that'll only insert if there's less than 10 in the chest, because I can basically empty out the chest now. And then why are there data cores here? No idea what that was about, but I'm not doing it anymore, whatever it was. Okay, so this should get me some stacks of blue assemblers without me having to deal with it. That's a big deal. Now we will go fix the copper going to green circuits issue, which is a pretty big issue. Steel. Steel is hurting pretty bad right now. Yeah, it's because we're using all the iron. I guess red belts are kind of the culprit for that. So maybe I was ambitious with the red belts. I guess we'll see. But yeah, so what we want to do is put a splitter here, and then run that copper along, and then just put it back in. So half of the copper will go towards green circuits at most. No, Rudes, I need red belts. I need the throughput. I am not going to do double yellow belts everywhere. Because red belts aren't that much more than double the price. You know, when you look at the fact that they have double throughput, they're like really only double or triple the price per throughput than yellow belts. So they're not like insanely bad in terms of efficiency. What am I doing down here? I don't need to do anything down here. I don't know why I ran down here. I was thinking about refueling the Duke's train, but that, as soon as the, whatchamacallit, what's the word I'm looking for? As soon as the resin, gosh, my brain, man. As soon as the resin starts flowing again, which it will be here, then that will use up this bioresin, which will then create room for the wood to go fuel the train. And as long as green circuits are running at any reasonable amount of, you know, per second, then we should have enough wood to keep that train fueled. Hopefully. But I am going to need to go manually refuel it. So let's go do that. Because it's stuck right now in between stations. Which is not good. And maybe what we'll do is we'll kind of get a manual jump start on the fueling, so it'll last for a little while. Okay. 250 wood, that's a good start. And are we fueling? We are fueling both trains, right? Yeah. I also wonder, I'm guessing one of the locomotives ends up getting used a lot more. The other interesting question that I have randomly is, does it actually turn around with each trip? You know, because like which one's facing left at a certain point? Does that switch back and forth with every trip, or does it stay the same? And I don't care enough to find out, but I am curious. Yes, I could change the colors to find that out as well. But Dukes wanted blue, so that is the color it shall remain until I am commanded otherwise. he's paid like 20,000 channel points, so he kind of deserves whatever color he wants. Let's see. Not that the channel points are worth anything, but, you know, he paid a lot of fake internet points, so. I needed the blocks. That's what I'm doing. And more blocks, which I can't find down here. Thank you. Thank you, eyeballs. You serve me well sometimes. Other times, not so much. Okay, the fluid ones we need a bunch of, and then the construction ones we need a bunch of for the... Gosh, I'm like out of construction ones. How many? 48? 47. So I'm short 3 buildings. That's a bummer. Well, he said blue. He didn't say Krydax blue. Check the logs. We're gonna have to come back for the algae farms. Are you sure he wasn't just saying Krydax, like addressing me, blue? You know what I mean? Maybe that's what he meant. Rather than Krydax being an adjective... Why am I deconstructing these? Rather than Krydax being an adjective to define blue. Alright, cellulose for all these guys. Now, can you change recipes by just pasting? Yeah, you can. Okay, so there we go. So that's good. Now we need a crap ton of green algae coming into these two. So we need 18. 9 by 9. Maybe I'll put them here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unfortunately, not 9. Slightly higher. Well, we'll start slightly lower then and put one more on the top. Okay. That should be okay. There's enough room for these inputs to come in from the right. Well... Wow, that's kind of almost perfectly bad. Because I'm going to have 2 output belts. So we're also going to have an output belt. This should be okay. Still. This one will be the right one, and then this one will be the left one. Like that. Okay. So then those are all the right recipe. Copy that. Let me think about spacing first, however. And output rate is actually 2 inserters each. Plus a power pole. Per building. That's going to be copied over to here. I could probably make it work with 1 less square, but I'm not that desperate yet. Not that desperate yet. Being the key operative there. And now we paste that. Shift click. I think that's everything, right? I hope that's everything. Okay. Yeah, the Factorio expansion is going to be exciting. It is really hard to imagine what can they do that mods haven't already done. But I'm sure they're going to think of something. A lot of people have speculated that it's going to be water focused, and I gotta say that would be something that would be pretty original. Because right now, there aren't any Factorio mods that do anything significant with water. I know there's the cargo ships mod, but that's just cargo ships. That's nothing crazy. You know, like, it's not like we have water bases or anything like that. And so, there's a lot that could be done with water. And I would not be surprised if that was the result. So, 28, and then the rest of this stuff can fit in these other areas. So, I think we did it. We are able to fit all of this in here. This is crazy, but we our first real city block is on its way to completion here. So let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that'll be 20, and then we'll need 8 more over here. And we're gonna need, let's see, we're gonna need pipes, plus a full belt for these ones. Let's design that before we go make everything. Can we do 2 spaces? If I want to save on pipes... Yeah, I might as well do this. Oh, that's not the right hotkey. I might as well do this, because I'm going to have to do undergrounds anyway. And then this could be the, like, double section where those add in there, and these add in on this side. And they add to the left side, so we're balanced in that sense. And then I can move this whole thing to the left, actually, because there's no need for this space in between. So I'll just copy that. And we can start this all the way down here without any space, right? Am I right about that? Pretty sure. Yeah. Maybe I'll leave 1 space just for alignment with the other one, but that should work. And unfortunately, the belt isn't long enough for this, so I will need a bonus belt here and a starting one there, so I can then copy that chunk. So that's 4, 6, 8, 10. And then I can just do the same thing. Maybe I'll start up by the top. So 10, and we need, how many? 28. So that's 20. This is 8. And then I need a couple more. Only 1 more, though. 29. Perfect. Oh, I didn't do power poles like a dingus. Okay, well, we can do that manually. Okay. A 30th? Oh, no. Why do a 30th? There's no point. We don't need it. It'll never get used. It's just wasted space, wasted power, wasted UPS. And also, wasted opportunity to bug all the OCD players. And I'm very much a fan of that. At least when my OCD... You know, if... And I shouldn't say OCD, that's not very caring towards people who have actual obsessive-compulsive disorder. It's a real thing. It's serious. I shouldn't joke about it. But to the people who care a lot about things looking perfectly clean, it's fun to bother them. So, I'll allow it. Alright, so now we just need to deal with the liquids, and we're good to go. Nice work. Nice work. And I actually have enough space here to do that, so we might as well go ahead and do that. Because we are going to be unloading from here. We're going to have coal and mineralized water. Or, I mean, crushed stone, which makes mineralized water. And I'm going to need 5 hydro plants. So the 5 hydro plants can go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And they only need 1 pipe's worth of water from a water well pump. I'll just do it this way for simplicity. And we'll connect all these up. 1, 2, oh, I can't make any more. And we only need the saline water from this. All of the purified water just gets clarified. Which is a... Ooh, good thing I put that 2 spaces back. Wow, what a rude thing to say, Rudes. Guess you're living up to your name there, huh? So purified water being clarified. Unfortunately, I can't remember how fast that happens. 400 takes 5 seconds in a clarifier, and a clarifier has a crafting speed of 2. So instead of 80, it's 160. So 3 times 160 is, I believe, 480, so I need 3 clarifiers to get rid of that purified water. Put these back here. And I'll do a T-junction, or I guess this is the last one, so I can do the L junction for purified. And then I will need some power poles here. And then we need connecting the saline water. So I can just do a T-junction where it lines up, which maybe would be here. Yeah, that's good. There we go, brown algae. And finally, we need our little liquefier stuff with some filter mini loaders. I will need 2 of them. This one is for coal. Split lane configuration. What? What does that mean? Can mini loaders do just 1 lane? No way. We're gonna. I think this is a thing that didn't used to exist. So that'll go left. This one will go right. Oh, you tried it and couldn't get it to work? Well, I guess we'll find out. Crushed stone. That'll be on the right lane. And then we'll have that go there. And then theoretically, that'll now be on 1. If it doesn't work, we can always just set the output priority and make it 2 lanes. So easy fix. Good time to try it. Better try it now than later. So then for the coal, we literally just need 3 of these, and the other one we need 1 of them. And we need some water hooked up for the mineralized water one, so that'll be this one. Mineralized water. And then this kind of works out perfectly. That lines up oh so nicely, and that one can just grab water from there. And now these 3, of course I'm out of pipes now, need to find their way over to the carbon dioxide line. And we should hook up the carbon dioxide. Hey, have fun, Space Destructor. Thanks for coming by. So carbon dioxide will link up here, and mineralized water will link up 1 space below it. Like so. And then we can have CO2 coming through. Uh-oh. It's actually not a good space for it. Maybe here. That's in the way of a power pole. I kind of want it to not mess with any of my patterns. Maybe here. Good place for CO2. Okay, CO2. Like so. And then that one will go there. Doesn't need to be a 2-way, but that's fine. Oh yeah, there's tons of mods that still get content updates. You know, modding, Factorio modding is by no means dead. There's still tons of new ideas coming out, tons of new mod packs. What did I not do? Mineralized water. So that one can just be at the bottom here. And that needs to be here, which is kind of a bother, but whatever. Just go in front of the clarifiers up to here. And then I guess, I mean at this point, what am I trying to do? That works. Okay, now we power up our buildings. And do any of them need more than 1 inserter? This one could. We actually need a... Holy heck. We need a loader for this one. This is a lot of... This is going to require 10 crushed stone per second. I don't think I quite realized how much crushed stone per second we needed. We actually need a full yellow belt's worth. And because I don't have red mini loaders yet, we are going to have to do one of these numbers, even for just the crushed stone. So now that we have arrived here, I don't actually want to do the split lane configuration. I do want to see if it works. So we're just going to do that for fun, but then we'll have another one that just... What am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. And goes into a mini loader. So that way that'll get the full amount that it needs. And request-wise, 120 stacks of crushed stone is good. 2 coal per second. I mean, what is... Okay, so here, turn off the output first. Not that it matters. Sometimes 120 stacks might be ridiculous, right? Because if I do 132 stacks, which you gotta do a negative with LTN, how many minutes of coal actually is that? If we need 2 coal per second, that's 7,200 coal per hour. So this is almost 4 hours worth of coal with one train trip. Surely if I reduce that a little bit, that won't be a bad thing, right? If I just do like... What would it even be? One hour would be 7,200, so let's make it 2 hours. 1,400. 2 hours worth of coal. So then the stack threshold actually needs to be 60. That's annoying for crushed stone, however. So maybe I just waste some coal, call it negative 132, because otherwise I'm going to end up with... Now, the other question I have for someone watching, which you may or may not know, is there a way to somehow have different thresholds for 2 items in the same thing? I don't know if there is. Wow, lots of questions coming in. Let me get to those in 1 second. So we want negative 132 stacks. I can do more for this one, actually. For crushed stone, we'll just do like 180. Just to make sure we have enough in the meantime. Coal, I'll do the minimum. Because we were saying if we had 4 items, we do 132 of each, but I only have 2 items, so I can do whatever I want. But 12 stacks of coal is enough for like 20 minutes, so I probably can I'll just make it an even 130. Alright, and it's going to give me errors because I don't have anything supplying that, but that's fine. Okay, so to answer the question, Rudes, I am auto crafting by using the Picker Extended mod, which is great. It lets me automatically craft things with the tilde key. Gallo Mandron, welcome on in. Great to have you. And then, yeah. What did I disable? Oh, yeah, I sadly disabled that. Why would I want that feature? I don't think I want that feature at all. I like having buildings stay buildings, personally, rather than having to recraft them every time you pick them up. That seems bothersome to me, especially with, like, what if I just want to move this whole build a few squares over? Well, now I'm going to pick them all up, and my nanobots are going to deconstruct them, but then I'm going to have to recraft all of them. That doesn't sound fun to me. Well, it's not a part of Angel's Industry. It's an option. The reason it was added is because it actually was added to try to make players' lives easier, and I don't find that easier, so I do not feel like it is not getting the point of the mod if I make a different choice. I'm still very much getting the full experience. Okay, so we need our 2 belts of whatchamacallit, brown algae here. Enabled by default does not mean it's not part of the mod. Let's not confuse those things. They are both very much options. If you like it, turn it on. If you don't like it, turn it off. It doesn't significantly change gameplay. It literally just means I have to right-click algae farms 3 times after I pick them up to rebuild them. That's literally all it changes. I think you are getting a little too stuck in what you think is supposed to be the way to play Archcraft. You forget that Factorio is a game that is single player. People are meant to play it the way they want to play it. There's no wrong way to play, especially if the option exists in the mod already. I mean, come on. It'd be one thing if I was hacking in settings. Even then, that would be acceptable, but I could understand that you might feel like it's cheating. But when it's just naturally a mod option, it's completely a great way to play. All right, and here we go. We have all our paper, and I don't think I need to balance it. It'll kind of automatically balance itself given all of the buildings. And we'll get this going. I'm still missing a few things. I do need more, whatchamacallits. The algae farms. And then we need some mini loaders here. And that should do it. And that's a provider station, stack threshold 120. We're going to be making tons of paper, so that's fine. Oh yeah, you're right. I did do that right here. This one I avoided. That one I screwed up. Okay. Let's just kind of run back through and make sure... Well, we're clearly doing something wrong there. Yep, I see it now. Oh, what did I do? Did I connected the wrong... Hold on. That's the issue. I connected the wrong thing here. So let's fix that. Welcome back, Calgorian. Let's get rid of these things. I think it's... Well... Could be on you, Archcraft. Actually, it could be your Bob's Logistics mod. Did it change back underground belt settings? Even if I have the belt overhaul turned off, so it's either Angels or Bob's, but the Bob's shouldn't be changing it. Hopefully, that was the point. Oh yeah, I was wondering why I wasn't getting green algae. That's because I don't have coal or crushed stone. So we need to put crushed stone on trains and we need to put coal on trains. That's a thing. But everything else hopefully will be running. So let's head back to the base and kind of recenter ourselves. This will be a perfect place to end the episode actually, so I'll end it on a nice shot of the first real city block. So for those of you on YouTube, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.